How I got revenge on all my OPPS as a superhero named Shitstorm. This is the movie that you've never heard of. I'm Vengeance, and all shall know Shitstorm. The story starts with me. A sophomore, a loner for the most part, have a few friends but they aren't that close. I ride my bike everywhere. My mom is pregnant with a girl due in a few months. Dad is at work a lot, gets called in a lot, so I get to spend actual time with him maybe once a week. One Saturday mom is having a baby shower, dad is at work. I guess guys aren't allowed to be at baby showers. My mom gives me $40 and tells me to go to the mall or movies and get food or whatever while she has the baby shower. I ride my bike to the mall not really knowing what to do, walking around different stores, and end up in Spencer's looking at all the different gag toys when I see it. Butt spray. Spray a little in the air and the smell? It's rancid. If you have never had the displeasure of smelling this stuff, imagine leaving a cooked egg and a massive wet shit in a jar for a good week and then opening it to take a whiff. It's horrible. One of the worst smells I could think of. First thing that comes to my mind is using this to get back at all my ops in school. Millions of ideas are flooding my head at once. This is too good not to pass up, so I buy it. For once I couldn't wait for the weekend to end and go back to school on Monday. In first period class I am wearing a long hoodie with my hand tucked into the sleeve, with my hand gently holding the spray bottle. You have to be really cautious with this stuff. One misspray will leave your clothes reeking with the stench. This stuff is no joke, it's really strong. I'm surprised you don't have to be 18 to buy it, that's how powerful it is. Just looking around the room waiting for an opportunity to spray something, and then I get a better idea about a minute before class is over. I nonchalantly walk by the door and give a single spray, just one. No one caught me. 30 seconds later a kid from the back yells, "Yo, did someone rip butt?" I silently snicker. More kids from the back smell it, then the middle, it eventually makes its way to the front. Everyone rushes to get out of the classroom. A dude literally shoved a girl out of the way just to get out of class first, all of this from just one spray. No one person should have the power to cause this much chaos, yet I possess this gift in the palm of my hand. The class incident spreads around school. By lunchtime I get excited as I quietly eat my sandwich, hearing some classmates talk about how awful the smell was. A few days have passed, I've been contemplating different uses for spray. Today was a rainy day. During lunch everyone packs into one of the buildings that has 2 floors. Bingo. About 200 kids on the upper floor. I was talking to one of my only friends, we were at the very end of the hallway and decided it's too crowded up here, we should move to the bottom floor. I haven't told him about the butt spray, I don't intend to, I'm like Batman. I'm not really close with anyone, so I can't trust him to keep a secret as we are walking down the hallway. I'm cradling the spray in my hand tucked into my hoodie sleeve. As we are walking and talking I'm giving the occasional spray, no one is noticing. Finally the commotion starts at the end of the hall where we started. It's quickly making its way towards us. Everyone is distracted, which gives me the opportunity to spray some more. Finally my friend starts smelling it and covering his nose. I play along and act like I'm disturbed as well. At this point everyone is trying to rush downstairs. Kids getting knocked over, everyone is screaming, teachers are coming out of their classrooms to assess the commotion, they obviously figure it out right away. My friend is trying to get downstairs too. I'm just watching all the disorder I've created and fighting off the urge to give an evil laugh. Next week the talk of the smelly building dies down at the perfect time to stir the pot. Over the weekend I bought a box of disposable gloves so the stench doesn't stay on my hand. Thinking of my next victim, at lunch I hear Hallie and her friends. She's a class hottie but 10/10 speech. She typically doesn't show you any kindness unless you are a jock or as hot as her type. While she's having a typical popular girl discussion, basically just trash talking everyone that isn't her, I figured it's time to ruin the one most important thing to her, her hair. I take straw and some paper, run to bleachers and hide under them, glove up and soak a paper wad with the spray, shove it into the straw, use a twig to get it into the middle. Toss gloves, run back over to tables, her back is facing me, quickly launch spitball to her hair. It rests just perfectly into her hair for about a minute. She says, "Did one of you fart?" The girls get up and move, but the smell is attached to Haley. They find out the smell is coming from her, specifically her hair. Haley starts crying, everyone noticing commotion. They make comments on her hair. She runs to bathroom crying and embarrassed. She's now known as the girl who doesn't wash her hair. I disrupted the social hierarchy of my class with one spitball. I was fond of the spitball idea. I used it several more times over the next week. It landed in people's hoodies and backpacks. They all would eventually notice the smell. It's like a discreet projectile fart. This stuff is so strong, it was like engaging in chemical warfare. One day at lunch I noticed Bryce. Haley was an angel compared to this meathead, a football player, a huge bully, specifically made nasty comments towards kids with known disabilities right in the ear. It's a Friday night, home game tonight, the perfect time to test out my new device. Same concept as the spitballs, but I poured some of the spray in a squirt gun. If one spray can clear out a room, imagine soaking someone's clothes in it. Luckily I also know where his locker is. I don't even need to break in, the lockers have little holes like in the picture. Right after school I run to the locker room and all his football gear is in there. Pads, pants, and jersey. I pull out the squirt Glock and unload over every piece of gear I can hit. I go until there is nothing in the squirt Glock. The smell is leaking out of the locker already. I put a squirt Glock in a plastic bag, back in my backpack to conceal the smell. I got in and out quickly. The game starts in 2 hours, better go get a ticket to the game and enjoy the show. Unfortunately I don't know what the reaction was in the locker room, but I know he isn't going to get the smell off before the game. The visiting team is already on the field, cheerleaders and pep squad doing their thing. Finally our team comes running out. Bryce is trailing about 10 feet behind the rest of the team. My biggest regret this night is not recording the game. Kick off, but there's a video online. It's the visiting team's ball. Bryce tackles the guy and immediately shoves Bryce off him. Ref runs over to give a penalty, but gives Bryce a nasty look. I shit you not, I swear I lip read from the ref, you smell like shit. I'm giggling in the stands like a weirdo. Game continues, eventually we have the ball. Bryce is going to hike the ball. The guy behind him is crouched down with Bryce, maybe 2 feet away from him. I must have squirted his pants thoroughly. He's delaying from calling the hike. He stands up, takes his helmet off and vomits right on the field. The crowd was disgusted and I was dying from laughter. Game gets delayed while the field gets cleaned up, the coach benches Bryce. The team and cheerleaders don't even want to be near him. Eventually the coach kicks Bryce out of the game and into the locker room to change. The crowd is confused as hell. Meanwhile I'm sitting in the stands proud to be the one who ruined that bully's reputation, and we lost the game. After the squirt Glock incident, I was out of the spray, so I ordered 2 bottles online. The chemical attacks would be put on hold until they shipped that following Monday. Everyone knows what happened. He is humiliated. His football friends hate him, girls don't even want to talk to him, no one can let him live down what happened. He sits by himself now, he's alone like me. Anyone who knows could reveal my identity. Over the next week everyone is talking about the smells potentially being a prank. My name is never dropped, I'm way too under the radar, or so they think. They all suspect someone popular doing this since it has mostly been cool kids getting hit. This needs to go down as a legend at this school, but I need a name. Fart boy, nah, lame. Sinister stink, getting better. No, I got it. Shitstorm. From this day forward, shitstorm will haunt the school. Shitstorm strikes when you least expect it, just in the nick of time. 2 fresh bottles of butt spray just came in the mail. Ready for my final mission. Is posted now. Go. Go. Go.